Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for round 17 in the 2020 series manufacturer series on Gran Turismo Sport. Now we are racing at Alsace Village for 13 laps, and we're going in to have a second part by doing the Group 4 category, but this one might have 3 hairpins plus the final corner to be at the downhill, because this one might have a requirement tires will be selected on the racing medium compound tires according to the race details. So let's just go and get started, because this one might have balance of performance regulations will be prepared to change up automatically. So do your best out there. This wheel might have a good terrain to be on the corners. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the race, and let's begin. Round 17 of the 2020 series manufacturer series is about to begin. I hope everybody is about to be prepared. We'll be taking on in Alsace Village. This will be in for having a good terrain difficulty. Mike Licorice is now taking first place in the Jaguar F-Type, and here's Lockney 369 in second place in the Audi TT Cup, and here's myself in third place in the Mazda Intensa Group 4. Fourth place driver is Black Magic Duran in the Jaguar F-Type Group 4. And here's the Iceman Latzer in 5th place in the Lamborghini Huracan Group 4. Rebs Berger takes 6th place with his Honda NSX Group 4. And here's Ace Susi is now taking on 7th place for the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport with the Tag Heuer Team livery. S Ghost 413X is now taking 8th place for the Honda NSX Group 4. And here's GTX 69 in 9th place in the McLaren 650S Group 4. John the Goalie in 10th place for the Toyota 86 Group 4. And here's Raul Gonzalez 87 in 11th place for the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. The Cold Warriors is now in 12th place with his Dodge Viper Group 4. Jet Wright is now taking 13th place for the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport with the Asphalt 9 Legends. Galahad 1275 is now taking 14th place for the Ford Mustang Group 4. And here's IRL Missile Vinci in 15th place. Hyperb is now taking 16th place in the Ford Mustang Group 4. 17th place driver is Nysters 9799 in the white Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition. And here's Nut Professor in 18th place in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Shadow Eagle 93 takes 19th place in the Calisonic livery of the Nissan GTR. Corners plus terrain equals 13 laps around in the track. This one might have to be prepared. We'll be going in by having a most toughest difficulty yet. So we're about to be coming in by having a rolling start to be at the downhill at the final corner of the track. Better make sure to be ready. The first turn is going in onto the hairpin before taking 3 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Green light is in the go for having the best time out there, folks, and we are underway. Best of luck to all of us, and we will get started to be prepared. Just gonna have to stay on that inside position. Looks like this is definitely might have the better ways to see how the drivers is going on. It looks like Jaguar is now taking on 4th place by overtaking Lamborghini. It looks like he's about to be coming in onto my current position. This one might have a left lane will be going in, and that one might brings Jaguar to be in the 3rd position. Heads up, second hairpin is on the way. Better brace yourself. Okay, that was, wow man, looks like that was pretty close call out there. That was pretty close call out there by Rebs Berger in the Honda NSX. Just barely almost tried to avoid getting a single contact on the UDRS in the Mazda Intensa Group 4. Now moving on to take the second sector, just gonna have to take that right turn, and GTX 69 in the McLaren is about to be going in to take 5th place. I hope Rebs Berger in the Honda NSX is doing okay. Looks like this one might have a pretty good safe clear. Make that left turn, we'll be going in on the hard way. Just keep it careful and don't get caught up on the off track. That was a pretty good ticket. Make that next turn to be on the hillside right. Better get ready because this wheel might take a little bit more chance by doing the side-by-side out there, and looks like this is going to be having X-Ghost 413S. Just almost had that good grip. Coming in onto the third hairpin, and it looks like this one might have Mike Licorice is now going in to take that first turn. This is definitely might be have that good hairpins whenever we had to try and stay focused. And oh man, looks like that was so close. GTX 6E9 has just barely almost tried to keep himself under control after taking the outside corner of the third hairpin. Better had to reach that hill climb before coming down. It's like having a roller coaster to be at the final turn. Hold that brake, make that right turn to be in the inside of the apex and keep going in onto the left. This is definitely might have some fine good downhill skill out there for every GT players. Moving on to the second lap after the end of the first lap, this one might have a first place driver is about to be going in. This is going to be good to see how Loki9 369 is about to be taking on in the lead. I hope my Iceman Ladster is going to have to take on in third place. It looks like Mike Licorice is now going in onto first place. That one might brings Loki9 369 is going in onto second place. Gotta keep it up on this one, Mike. You can do it. You can probably have to do his best out there for taking the good upper hand skills. And oh man, taking on that second hairpin turn by S-Ghost 413X and the Honda NSX. GTX 69 and the McLaren passes me, and this wheel might have to leap up onto the first sector. Coming in onto sector 2, and this wheel might have that fastest lap time to be well checked up on this one. 2 minutes and 7.607 seconds made by Mike Licorice is now in the lead. Just gonna keep going in onto that next corner to be on the left. Better have that braking point for having the best chance by doing the understeer. The Mazda Intensa just gonna have to take that all-wheel drive, will be well doing up best capability. And here comes the side-by-side at the hillside right turn. It looks like Black Magic Durin is gonna have to try to stay on in fifth place. X-Ghost is now going in onto sixth place. This is gonna be pretty good to see how Honda and Jaguar is about to be coming in onto the third hairpin. Better make sure to see how Honda could probably have to catch up onto Black Magic Durin. This wheel might take some good slipstream to see how they can do it. Going in onto the left turn by doing the hill climbing. Gotta keep it up on X-Ghost 413X viewers. This wheel might have a very good best choice to see how Honda is taking the battle with Jaguar. Looks like coming in onto the downhill. Looks like Black Magic Durin is gonna have to stay well defended. X-Ghost 413X is still staying in the same position, while UDRS Insportec and the Mazda Intensa is going in onto seventh place. Moving on to the third lap, only 10 more to go, and that means having a third lap times the charm is going to have to take the better skills to be going in. Takes a lot of good average to see it. It looks like Loki9 369 is now taking on for having a new set of a fastest lap time after he beat Mike Licorice is now in 2 minutes and 2.882 seconds. I hope he can probably have to come up with a better fastest game plan. This is definitely all about taking the tough challenge to be in Alsace Village. The spectators are really enjoying seeing the nice engine sound has just barely went on roaring. But the corners has definitely might need to keep it up. It's going to have to take on for only the next sector before coming in after the first part. Just going to make that right turn to see how Jaguar and Honda is still takes a little bit more head-to-head battle. Gonna have to squeeze tight onto the gap. Coming in onto the left turn. Gonna have that oversteer pressure for the Intensa. Gonna have to close in onto the Honda NSX before moving on to the hillside right corner. There you go. Just gonna stay strong to be in the inside, but middle section is gonna be doing a little bit more good to go. Better have a change tactics. And here comes the third hairpin once again. Just gonna have to pull that brake. Looks like Jaguar is gonna have to take a little bit more outside onto the hairpin, and Honda goes in as well. This is definitely might be a good flow line connection out there to take that chase. This will might have myself to be reached up onto X-Ghost 413X in sixth place whenever I'm about to be going in by taking a chance. Going down onto that next turn to be at the last corner section. Just gonna have to stay steady. We just really do not want to make that good collision course, because this is how it happens, that we just gonna need to have a good perfect braking point. Lap number 4 is about to be pressed on to move forward. And here we go. Just gonna have to take the first turn onto the hairpin. That was gonna be pretty good, remarkable to see it. It looked like things might go on to see it out there, folks. I bet Jaguar could probably have to stay well defended to be in 5th place, while Honda is going in on offense. Better have to dive in onto the second hairpin. We just really do not want to take that dive bombing around. Pretty good job. Have that good perfection. See, has definitely might take a good upper hand skill. Just gonna keep going on to the hard left. Make it end stop towards the first sector. Now coming in onto sector 2. Very good. Looks like this is going to be pretty good, well-endorsed battle out there. Honda versus Jaguar is about to be going in to take the battle for 5th place. If that one might brings, Mazda is going in to be having a wild card guess. But I hope this is definitely might have that good gap distance to be well behind, to be keep it up, or only 6.2 seconds behind from Hyperion in 8th place. Just going to go in onto that hillside right corner turn. Just keep going in smoothly and don't get a little bit more caught in onto the off track. Better have to stay on the road surface. This one might need to take some good oversteering capability for an all-wheel drive. Take that third hairpin. Better make sure to see it out there, folks. Looks like X-Ghost 413X is about to be closing in onto the gap. Just gonna have to stay on it by having a little hill climbing. This one might need that good slipstream to be increase a good acceleration. Gonna keep going to be reached up onto the downhill. Hold that brake directly right into the inside of the apex, but almost had that chance. There you go. Looks like 2 drivers are about to be going in for it. It looks like we have a 3rd and 4th place driver is about to be going in. Iceman Laster is gonna have to stay well defended to be in the bronze rightful position. I hope this is definitely might have that chance for the 4th place driver, folks. This is going to be pretty tougher it gets. Come on, Iceman Laster, you can do it. I bet this one might have another ways to have a very good endurance. Keep going at it. You can still got this one. And here comes Mike Licorice is now going in onto 2nd place after he just took a new set of a fastest lap time for only 2 minutes and 2.776 seconds. He did pretty good out there and he's in the lead, and that one might bring Loki 9 369 to be in 2nd place once again. Better make sure to see how you can do it, folks. I bet Mike Licorice is now going in to have the best ways to be in the goal position whenever it's going to be reached up onto the podium. Now it looks like Ribs Burger in the Honda NSX Group 4 is about to be moving on to take 4th place. It's going to get a little bit more struggle out there along with his partner and buddy X-Ghost 413X in 6th place. Black Magic Dorian in the Jaguar F-Type is still going on by taking an ongoing struggle out there to stay in the rightful position. And that one might bring the bearing witness for the Mazda Intensa Group 4 in 7th place for the UDRS livery. Kind of say that this is going to be having a most epic fierce battle. We'll be having 2 NSX, we'll be having a dogfight, we'll be challenging up with a different car brand during the part of the manufactured series. Gonna have to close in. This one might need that good speed to be going in onto the next turn before going up the hill. Oh man, looks like that was so close for X-Ghost 413X. He just barely lost that good grip. So that one might bring UDRS is about to be going down the hill to be in 6th place. That's the very good solid formation. Will be closed in onto the Jaguar F-Type in 5th place. But looks like this one might have Ribs Burger is about to be going into the pits. Better have that racing medium compound tires to be selected. Just choose it wisely, otherwise you might end up having a 1-minute penalty by using the racing soft tires. So be very careful and take exercise caution whenever you're going to have to check on the race details before we will get started for having a nice race. Moving on to the 6th lap, I hope the tire pressure check is definitely might be going in onto the front. This one might take 50% duration remaining. Gonna keep going. It looks like Black Magic Duran and the Jaguar F-Type is still takes on for the outside corner. I bet he can probably have to keep himself under control. Hang in there, Black Magic Durin. You can probably do it. You can probably have to reach up to the pit stop in no time after dealing a lot of corners to be in a single lap. Just gonna have to be on my back, and this is definitely might be going in onto the front. But looks like X-Ghost 413X is now going currently into 6th place. But that one might brings the opportunity for GTX_69 in 7th place. Followed by Raves Burger in the Honda NSX Group 4 is now taking 8th place due to the pit stop. I hope this one might take several drivers will be going in because the tire pressure is going to be running out soon quickly as possible. Just going to keep going right after the hillside turn. Go straight forward to the dirt hairpin just as we've been making a good usual promise. There you go, coming in onto the dirt sector. Just going to have to take that strong understeer pressure. So now Black Magic Durin is about to be going in to catch up onto Iceman Laster in 3rd place. So this one might have Lamborghini Huracan is about to be going down the hill at the final turn. This one might need to keep a good monitor check out there. This one might have the first top 3 drivers will be going into the pits. Just keep a good eye out. It looks like we have 2 of them in sight. This is going to have to take for only a sacrifice. And there you go, the Jaguar is in the pits and Mazda is going in as well. I hope this one might have some tires changed up to be going in onto medium. This one might have an important safety tips that we just going to need to keep going forward. Everything is all good and now it's time to coming out to the pits to be going right back onto the grid. Just going to have to stay strong since several drivers barely passing us. So now I'm currently in the 8th place. But we're almost there because this one might have the end of the halfway mark of the lap. Because we're in the 7th lap, we're almost there. Just going to need to keep a little bit more patient out there because the total time is definitely might be keep it well monitor checked during the time of the competition. Just going to go in onto the 2nd hairpin. Going to catch up onto Nut Professor in 7th place for the Aston Martin V8 Vantage Group 4. Just keep going in. Just have that inside cornering turn before leaving onto Sector 1. Going into Sector 2, this one might have GTX_69 in the McLaren 650S Group 4 is about to be going in to catch up, but that one might have Aston Martin will be bringing the opportunity. Have that left turn, just keep going in on the oversteer pressure. Pretty good to be on the edge, so that makes the white line is going to be a good landmark example. Slide it in onto the hillside right turn. Just going to make a good cornering speed improve onto the Mazda Intensa. This one might have to close in onto the gap. Gonna have to reach up onto Aston Martin before taking on the dirt hairpin. Hold that brake. Almost had that barely chance to be on the inside, but almost going on the outside. Just keep going on the hill climbing, and then this one might take that good roller coaster cornering turns. We'll be going down to the hill. So it looks like Mike Licorice is now going to have to take that pit stop once again. I bet this is definitely might be possible for taking the full refuel. So this one might have Loki 9 369 is about to be going in to take the lead. Reeves Berger in the Honda NSX Group 3 is now moving on to take 2nd place, and I cannot believe it. I could probably have to take 3rd place before Mike Licorice is now taking 3rd place. I cannot believe it how Jaguar is stealing Mazda's rightful position before he's coming out to the pits. That was definitely might be possible for having a gas and go. Great job, Mike Licorice. You did pretty well. But I hope this one might have UDRS in Sportec will be going in to take the action. But the race will still goes on, but I can probably have that best position to be in the rightful spot. Meanwhile, Black Magic Durin in the Jaguar F-Type is now going in to take the upper hand skills to be in 5th place. I hope he can still do the same thing since he coming in onto the pits from only a few laps ago. This will might have that chase to catch up onto Iceman Laster since he's been overtake. Gotta make sure to see how he can do it. Jaguar will be reached up in 5th place in no time until Iceman Laster in the Lamborghini Huracan Group 4 will be going in by taking the strong all-wheel drive. Will be catching up onto my position in the Mazda Intensa Group 4 as a UTRS livery. Just gonna keep going on that push on that hillside right. Gonna have to take my chances to beat Mike Licorice's fastest lap time. Moving on to the dirt sector. Just gonna pull right in onto the dirt hairpin. Middle section is doing fine, but not on the outside. That might be giving a little bit more cost amount of a gap distance when every opponent will be taking the opportunity. Gonna keep going. Looks like Iceman Laster is closing in onto my gap. Just gonna have to take that downhill, hold that brake, and make a good aim on the apex. Pretty good solid performance for UTRS. And looks like Ribs Burger in the Honda NSX is going in right back into the pits. I bet this one might need to take a little bit more gas and go. I hope I could probably have to take that third place position, folks. This will might take that good leading chance for only 4 more laps to go, and we are in the 9th lap. 2 minutes and 2.147 seconds by having a fastest lap time made by Looking 9369 is in the lead. He did pretty well, and this is going to have to take for only Mike Licorice is now going to have to stay strong to be in 2nd place. Hold on, looks like Iceman Laster is about to be coming in. Gonna have to take that good defense for UTRS whenever I had to take the bronze medal position of Glory. Gonna have to keep that distance away for only 0.3 seconds behind. Going in onto Sector 2, viewers. I hope this one might need to take that chance. Push right and go straight forward before moving on to the next corner on the right before taking left. I bet I can do it. This is going to be having a good chance for UTRS. We'll be taking the 3rd place finish. Fuel is at 50% remaining, but everything is all good. But this one might need to keep a good monitor eye check. Lamborghini is about to be closing in onto Mazda. Gonna have to reach up onto Sector 3 before taking on the dirt hairpin. Gonna have to stay strong. Oh, taking a single hit, and everything is still in one piece. Iceman Laster is doing the right thing before letting UTRS, Insportec, and the Mazda Intensa will be staying endured in 3rd place. Because this will might have a very good challenging. We'll be having a battle for 3rd place, viewers. It's Mazda versus Lamborghini. The home battle for taking 3rd place is going to be the only tough risk whenever I have to take the chance. Since the top 2 drivers is now moving on to take the 10th lap, only 3 more to go. This race will be over soon. Just gonna have to take your time because taking 3 hairpins plus an uphill and downhill at the final corner is going to be the only suitable position whenever we had to take the good advantage. But this is definitely might be going well to see how the race might go on. I hope Ribs Burger in 6th place for the Honda NSX Group 3 is going to have to still trying to reach up onto Jaguar in 5th place. Black Magic Durin is going to be taking on for having a good comeback whenever he's going to be having a good rightful position to be ongoing. And still going on for the battle between Mazda and Lamborghini for taking the battle for 3rd place. Gonna have to leave onto Sector 1 and going in onto Sector 2. Make that right turn for Mazda, and I hope this is gonna have to take that good offense for Lamborghini, but Mazda is gonna have to take the best defense whenever I had to be going in onto the stand. Hold on, looks like this is definitely might have that radar incoming. Gonna make that left turn coming in. This race always makes a good unbeatable segment to see how the challenge goes on. Gonna have to take that hillside right turn. And oh man, looks like Lamborghini took a little bit more offense on the single hit on the rear. Gonna keep a little bit more careful. That was so close that whenever I had to stay strong to be in the maintained position. Coming in onto Sector 3. Hope this is gonna get a little bit more risk. Take that dirt hairpin and go right onto the outside. Avoid letting the Lamborghini to take the inside. Very good. Going on up to the hill climb. This is going to have a good increased gap distance. So it looks like this one might have John the goalie for having a fastest lap time for having a new set for only 2 minutes and 1.896 seconds. How excited to see how he can do it. I bet he can probably take that single star to be well earned after the race is over. So now we're about to be coming in at the end of the 10th lap. 11th lap is going in, and this might take the best moment. We're only taking on for only 2 more laps to go. Gonna have to stay strong. Taking the first turn of the hairpin, it looks like Iceman Laster takes a little bit more single attack on Massa. Gonna have to stay well guarded because this is gonna be taking the best defense for Massa. Going in onto the slope left onto the curb and going right in onto the second hairpin. Just gonna keep going in onto the apex and just make a good perfect aim on the blue blimp. Going smoothly on the left. That's a very good ticket to stay on for only a 0.5 seconds in range. Moving on to take the second sector, and it looks like this is going to be taking a little bit more offense for Lamborghini. I hope Massa is going to have to stay well defended. And oh man, it looks like he's going in, folks. He's going to have to take the inside, and oh man, looks like that was so close. Lamborghini takes 3rd place, folks. Lamborghini Huracan Group 4 takes 3rd place. I cannot believe it. Iceman Laster just barely broke the defense of the UDRS right pole position to be in 3rd position. Almost had that chance out there. All-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive. Sports car type versus supercar type has definitely might be taking on for the best parts. Hold on, looks like Racecars and the Honda NSX is about to be closing in. Better make that 3rd turn up the hairpin. Just gonna keep it strong, and looks like gonna have to keep a little bit more inch away. Slide it in onto the left. Just keep going at it. Take that uphill before coming right down onto the hill. It looks like Loki9 369 is taking the pit stop. I hope he could probably have to take that tire changed up onto the racing medium compound tires. No wait, looks like this is definitely might have a racing soft tires to be well detected. This is going to be having a little bad news. Moving on to the 12th lap, and here we go, and this is going to be having 1 more lap to go. This is going to have to take on for only a last chance, and it looks like Racecars in the Honda NSX Group 4 is about to be pressing forward to catch up onto Lamborghini Huracan in 3rd place driver, led by Iceman Laster. Better let Honda will be taking on the action. I hope the mid-engine layout could probably be able to beat the all-wheel drive Group 4 category in no time. Dived in onto the second hairpin, just gonna have to stay strong onto the right. It looks like Black Magic Durian in the Jaguar F-Type is about to be going in to pass my position. Just gonna keep it strong, and it looks like this is gonna be having a little bit more contact. Just be very more careful. We just really do not want that kind of a spin out in the village circuit track of Alsace. Just gonna have to take that second sector, goes in, make that right corner turn. Just gonna have to stay strong out there, folks. UDRS Massa attentive whenever I had to take on for the right pole position to be in 5th place. Going in, dive down onto the left turn. Don't want to get caught up on the off track. Just gonna make that right turn, we'll be doing the best chance. Side by side goes in as always by doing the outside and inside for only 2 cars. It looks like Black Magic Durian takes a little bit more push on the Massa Intensa, so that one might take a little bit more increased speed. But I bet this is definitely might be going a little bit more better to be expected. Now taking on the 3rd hairpin in the 3rd sector, so I hope this will might be doing great to see how Racecars is about to be closed in onto the gap to reach up onto Iceman Laster in the Lamborghini Huracan. And here we go, folks. Looks like we have 2 drivers in 1st and 2nd place is about to be moving on to take the final lap. I hope this is going to be good to see how Loki9 369 could probably have to reach up onto the podium. Mike Licorice is now going to have to stay on in 2nd place. I hope he can probably have to keep going before taking an ever long-lasted battle. These 2 are very good ongoing drivers whenever they have to try to reach up in a single far distance onto the gap. Moving on to the 13th and final lap, this might be it. This is going to be the only tough challenge to be in the circuit. Just going to have to deal a lot of good terrain whenever we have to drive specifically careful. Just going to go in onto the curve left and make a dive in onto the second hairpin. Racecars and the Honda NSX Group 4 is about to be closing in to reach up onto Iceman Laster. Taking on that left corner, will be going in at the end of the 1st sector. Moving on to sector 2, Just make a good aim onto the right turn. Gonna keep it strong out there. I hope Lamborghini has to take a good speed whenever it's gonna need to get closer to the NSX. This one might need to have that good defense. Ravensburger is going offense, but I cannot believe it. This is going to be taking on for having one last final stand battle out there. This is going to get a little bit more closer. I hope Ravensburger can probably make it. This has to be a good way to reach up onto the final turn to be on the hillside right. There you go. That's the very good solid ticket. Just make a good opening pass to close in onto Iceman Laster, Ravensburger. You can do it. You can do it to take that final third hairpin. Make that sector 3 will be going in, and I hope this is going to have to take one good all-wheel drive defense for Lamborghini. Honda NSX is still tries to take a little bit more patience out there. Oh man, looks like there you go. Almost had that chance for Ravensburger to be moved onto third place. Iceman Laster is now going in to take the uphill, and hold on folks, looks like Looking 9 369 just really took a win. Now that was pretty good, excellent. Hold on, looks like this is definitely might have a little bit more change driver to be moved up by default. Mike Licorice is now takes the win. I cannot believe it. That was pretty good, excellent to see out there, folks. We have an ordinary first place driver will be taking on in first place. The Jaguar F-Type takes the win. So looks like Ravensburger in the Honda NSX Group 4 has finally done in second place. Iceman Laster in the Lamborghini Huracan Group 4 moves on in third place. And everybody is taking on by having a good finish line. And even for Looking 9 369 just barely took a 1-minute penalty. There's a lesson here, viewers. Whenever you're going to have to stay on the same compound tire type, you might end up onto the effect of the penalty for only 1 minute. So make sure just follow the steps of the directions, because we always wanted to use on the racing medium compound tires as always. What a pretty good excited race, and the results has been barely made confirmed. I almost had that chance we'll be taking third place by the finish. So I could probably take fourth place, by the way. It was pretty well fastest driver for Mazda. The points earned has definitely might be going in by 65. What a pretty good, awesome race to be in the village course layout on the circuit. Just gonna go in and have some good earnings onto the 100,000 credits in range. What a pretty good, stunning race out there, folks. Mike Licorice in the Jaguar F-Type Group 4, Ravensburger in the Honda NSX Group 4, and Iceman Laster in the Lamborghini Huracan Group 4 have finally did a top 3 finish. So, looks like according for the response on Black Magic Duran, but that was so close because he just barely made that apology to me, because that's how just gonna have to take that good respectful contact, but just gonna make sure to be very more careful next time when we're on the corner. Anyway, this one might have to go on over to congratulations to Mike Licorice, Ravensburger, and Iceman Laster for having a good finish. They did a pretty good job. They did pretty good, excited job by having a good epic battle to be in a good struggle for having a good finish. I hope this might have to go on for taking the part of the highlights, because taking 3 hairpins plus the uphill and downhill at the final corner equals a whole lot of exercise racing to be part of a competition. 7 rounds down, only 3 more to go. Coming up for the next race is going to be at Fuji International Speedway for having a Group 3 category, but this is going to be having a morning practice before the race will begin. Early bird gets the worm. This is the important quote whenever we have to go fast. Alright folks, I hope you really enjoyed watching the race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. Livery Block videos are available to watch anytime you want. This will be the entertainment showcase about different cars with liveries I have been made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing in the 2020 series manufactured series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.